What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Beer Talks. I'm Jake.
I'm Mark. He's Jake.
He's Mark. Ah, we did it. I listened.
See. Yeah, and it sounds pretty cool, doesn't it?
Right.
All right. That's a new intro. We're trying to test in the waters there, seeing the intro sounds cooler.
Right.
It's my idea. I'm not taking credit for it, but it's my idea.
Any more cool?
So we are here on site, right? This is our first on-site review. We're here at Franklin Brewing Company.
I thought you were going to say Franklin Brewing Co.
Brewing Co. Franklin Brewing Co. Brewing Company. Yeah. Franklin Brewing Company here in Grafton, Ohio. Yesterday we were interviewing Aaron, the head
brewer.
Had a good talk with him. We're back here today to try out some delicious beers. I'm excited. Jacob, are you excited?
I'm excited. We got 6 delicious beers.
We have got all 6 beers on tap, lined up, ready to go. Let's get into it. Okay. I'm ready. I can't wait any longer.
So a little bit backstory behind the name of these beers first.
Yes.
These beers are all named after
Ben Franklin. They all have a story related to Ben Franklin or tied to him.
Yes. This place was named after Benjamin Franklin.
They are thematic with their beers, with their atmosphere, with the name, everything. It's all thematic. You walk in here, thematic. You walk in here, you see there's Ben Franklin quotes. You've got American flags hanging up. You've got this rustic vibe that almost seems like you were here in
this wall.
Yeah, there's a. We talked about the wall yesterday. You guys can watch previous episode, listen about the wall. But I want to get into the beers. Anthony's Afterwit. I'm really excited. It's a Belgian wheat beer, 5% ABV. It's the first beer.
Is it really?
5% ABV.
Yeah. Smells good.
It is a good smelling beer. Light in color, not too dark. It seems like a lot of these beers are the regular drinkings, 5 to 6.5% beers that you can sit down and have a drink.
Right. Delicious.
Yeah. This is probably the first beer we're trying today because we had a little bit of a taster yesterday. You get citrus notes. It's clean. It's smooth. It's a traditional beer. So it's like the main ingredients: waters, hops, yeast, and grains, and your barleys and stuff.
Right.
I've really enjoyed this.
You're like
we had it yesterday. I was excited because it was the first one they poured today, so I knew it was we were gonna start off with a bang.
He looked at it. His eyes lit up like a middle school girl when you see your crush. He's like, "Oh, say it's not so."
I don't know if we're gonna. Are we going full chug all the way down? Or are we sipping and then finishing them off?
What are we doing? I don't even know. I've just been sipping this beer.
I think we're just gonna continue to sip the beer. So
while we're here at Franklin, it's like he said, it's a real cool rustic environment. They don't have food, but you can order food out.
Yes, they don't have their own kitchen. You can bring food in. They have chips, snacks, pretzels. Your normal brewery snacking foods. They do have a lot of non-alcoholic, which beverages. I like. They have a lot of the Liquid Death sparkling waters. They show those right on the tap there. They have a cold brew coffee. They have teas. And then their main snacks are chips, nuts, jerkies. They have apparel hanging up. I don't think they have like Taga brews, which are like an Ohio craft brew gimmick. Like, let's buy these things. They are on Ohio on tap, so if you're trying to complete the Ohio craft brewery
I
tour,
am not. I should, but I'm not.
Yeah, I think I'm 44 in.
I should start
out of 500. There's a lot. You get 3 years to do it, so it's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
But back to this beer.
I finished.
Oh, you finished. All right. Well, you can go ahead and talk about your rating.
See, there's a different type of pressure, like when you're at a place rating a beer, because you're not just doing it in the garage.
Yeah.
They could look at you if they were paying attention, but they're not.
Right. They're not listening to us, which is fine.
So I would give this one a good. Where's the list at? Because I know we got the list right there. But
it's Anthony's Afterwit.
Yeah, it's a solid 4. This is a good beer. This is a good. I can come in. I could sit down. I could drink a good solid.
Yeah.
3 or 4 of them and just be chilling.
Yeah, relatively for the beer drinkers that aren't, that aren't into crafts. Your Bud Heavy, your Budweiser is a 5%. This is the same ABV, so you're drinking basically like Budweiser's.
Better beer.
But yeah, this is local beer. This is good craft beer.
The elevated.
I'm a traditionalist in beers. I love this beer. I love the citrus notes, almost like a lemon note you get to the Belgian wheat. So I think I'm gonna give it like a 4.25. I think
4.25.
I think it's pretty darn good as far as beers go.
Today, he said, "You know what? I'm gonna go past Jacob. We're gonna go 4.25 real quick."
So next on our list is the 1724 ESB. This is an English style ale, a 6.2% alcohol by volume. All of these prices are pretty fair as far as beers go. If we're looking down the list, a lot of these are 5.7, $5.75. If you're under 5%, it looks like everything over 5%, they're charging $6. So your 6.2% beer, you're paying $6 a beer, which, as far as I'm concerned, there are some breweries that are charging $6 for a 4% beer. If you're getting a seltzer, you're still paying $6. I think these prices are very reasonable and fair, and they're local. If you're local to the Grafton area, this is probably the most southern brewery we've gone.
I don't talk to me about direction in Lorraine County.
Yeah, I think this is probably my Dinah Brewing Company, but I don't know if we've tasted anything from a Dinah Brewing Company. We've talked about it, but we've never actually gone there.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm ready to get into this. We didn't cheers the last one.
Yes, we did.
Did we?
Yes. Oh shit.
We'll go back and check the tapes. It's my fault for even forgetting.
Ooh.
So you're gonna get more of
nutty,
a fuller body. You're gonna get the nutty flavors. It's an English style ale, so it's gonna be, I would say, a darker in color, but a bigger body and flavor and things like that. It's a higher percentage. All of these beers, I mean, so far first beer, second beer, they both tasted very clean, right? You're not getting any off flavors. You're not getting any overwhelming tartness or
you get more like how you said fuller.
It's a fuller mouthfeel.
Feels like I'm sitting by the campfire.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's almost like I'm curious to see how it's going to taste compared to their Ben's Brown, because I see that they're very similar in color.
I've had the Ben's
That's
Brown.
our last beer.
I've actually had it.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I think that's a.
Yeah, that's good. Full nutty flavor.
Yeah,
I think we should sip and then try, because I feel like
that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna
you
go
might
through.
Be right.
So, fun story. Jacob, when you do samplers or flights, how do you drink yours? How do you go about tasting your samplers?
I'll finish one and then move on to the next one.
Okay. I'm the exact opposite.
And I will go for the one I don't like I know I won't like
first, and you end on a good note.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm the same way with food. Side note.
So Emily is like a hybrid between the two of us.
Okay.
So Emily will take a very little sips of each one and try each one.
Okay.
And then she will rank them in her head and then go and finish, least effective or least favorite to most favorite. So she was only taking little sips and then, finishing them off. Now, I think her way is effective and okay, and finding your way is fine too. I think the way I do samplers is a little chaotic. So I usually will drink a decent amount, maybe 3 ounces, an ounce or two.
Kind of like what we have right now.
Yeah, so about half of them, right? And I'll go all the way through. And when I'm ready to finish the flight or the sampler, I will take them as shots, one after the other. So 4 or 5 samplers, just boom, 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 boom. I'm not going to do that today because I think it's a little disrespectful to the brewer.
Shot his beer?
Right, I'm trying his beer.
Late as fuck.
So, I think I'm going to rate this beer.
Obviously, that's our job.
Yeah, this is 1724 ESB. Again, these are all related to Ben Franklin.
Yes.
in the years that he invented this one. He told us the history of this yesterday.
Which one is this? The
1724. Was it the printing press? Was it the bank notaries?
It was one of the two.
I don't remember which.
Yeah, your phone. But I don't have my phone. But yeah, it's something. Benjamin Franklin did something.
He did a lot.
He did a lot.
But 1724, it was a significant year for Ben Franklin. I like it. It's not. It wouldn't be the first beer that I would go for.
Right.
As far as beers go, like a brown ale or an English ale, I like it. I think I'm going to give it a 3.75.
Okay.
Out of 5.
Okay. 3.75. I gotta hold on.
He's gonna try it again.
I gotta try to. I gotta refresh mine. Yeah. The You said 3.75.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I want 3.75 too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like it. Like it. It's good. I like
All
it. Like I said, it reminded me of, like, I don't know why.
Yeah.
It took me to like a campfire, just chilling with friends by a fire.
Yeah.
Like type of vibe. So
the next beer we're going into is near and dear to my heart, just based on name.
Okay.
So for our viewers that didn't watch the last episode, I didn't watch the interview with Aaron. Ben Franklin was the reason that the fire department started. He's one of the former, like, the founding members of the fire department. He worked with local areas to bring together groups of firemen that would, back at the time with their bucket brigade, so you saw the guys throwing buckets of water on the fire, passing buckets. Obviously, we don't do that anymore.
Yeah, that's such a...
But the fire departments have come a long way since Ben Franklin, kind of started these things.
Right.
But this next beer is the Bucket Brigade. It is a red ale. So this was
like
probably...
Killian's.
This is, for like non-beer drinkers, like a Killian's. This, my guess is this is their St. Patrick's Day beer, a red ale. They definitely weren't doing green beer here. We talk with Aaron a lot about traditionalism and getting out of the fads and getting rid of stupid green Busch Light.
You got
bullshit.
So angry.
We talked about it 2
we
episodes ago
about
about how I don't like it.
Oh, we got...
Cheers. So it's a lighter color than the brown ale and the English ale. You're getting that almost amber color. Jacob had to get a second taste to even talk about it. As far as red ales go,
It's
I
smooth.
really enjoy it. Yeah.
I haven't tasted a lot of red ale, so I don't know if I know what it's supposed to taste like.
You're getting a little more rye, a little more like spiciness, I would call it.
It's smooth. I don't get
It's not
spice,
really.
but I get the
It's
rye.
not spicy. It's like that would be the closest like flavor I would use to describe that.
Okay.
It's not quite spicy, right? Like rye is not like it's hard to describe. Once you taste a rye, you're like, oh yeah, that's rye.
Okay.
But Irish Reds have rye in them, so like you're gonna get that flavor to them.
Yeah, rye.
There is a little bitterness to it, but I think you expect that out of a red.
I'm not getting them too much better though.
No.
Because I don't know what a rye is supposed to like.
You definitely get a lot of that flavor.
Right.
I think all of these beers have been flavorful, clean, crisp.
They're all. They are all are.
I think
for sure.
It goes back to the water quality,
Right.
and the time and effort that the brewer puts into the beer. If you care about your beers and you really and Aaron talked about a lot yesterday, going into water quality and hops and really putting the effort and time into mastering a craft and learning all you can learn.
Right.
You can taste that in the beer. A lot of people will settle for mediocrity in beer because it is a craft beer, and they're
So
like, "Oh yes,
aggressive when you
this
say
is
that.
a craft beer. This is my craft beer," but they don't appreciate the flavor and the efforts that the head brewer put into it.
Okay. Now taking my third and fourth sip, I'm getting a little bitter.
Yeah,
A little bit. Not much.
Yeah.
But I'm getting a little bit. Not much. Maybe we go like, oh no. But
No, I am no connoisseur beer taster because there are professional beer tasters that rank beers at these beer competitions. I'm not that guy.
We are professionals.
I think
we are our own professionals.
We are professional drinkers, not professional beer drinkers, if that makes sense.
That makes a whole lot of sense. It works.
Yeah. I like it.
I was going to say, what you going to rate it?
Irish Reds. I don't know if this is an Irish Red. I think this is just a red ale.
Yes.
He didn't really describe it as an Irish Red. It's tough. It's not my
It's not my cup of tea.
right. It's not the beer I would go to, but rating it as an Irish ale, I think I give it a 4. Because I think that is
so it fits the profile of an Irish ale,
right?
Not
think,
so much based off how much you like it, but based
Correct.
off how it fits the profile.
Yeah, I'm giving these fair ratings for the beers that they are.
Okay, so with that in mind, I will say the same because from how you describe it, it tastes like how it should sound.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah, I think the water profile fits. I think that they're all pretty fitting. Number 4. Let's get right into it.
Academy IPA, West Coast style.
That is number 5.
No. Yeah, that's where we are. Oh, no,
We're number 4.
I'm sorry. Oh, well.
Jacob's not good with numbers.
Hey, that math ain't mathing right. So, America's Gold.
America's Gold is our number 4 beer. It is a
Kölsch.
Kolsch, which I don't even know if it's an O. It's like an O with the little dots above it. They make it look like a mouth with their mouth open. I have no idea what it means. I don't know to describe that
Dude, I have
character.
I have a friend, like his middle name is De. Like it's like D, like E, it's like a thing over it.
Day?
De. It's French.
Day.
He told me it's French.
Is it his middle name?
Yes, it's his middle name.
I didn't know that. We'll talk about it later. Kölsch style ales. This is another traditional beer. So all of these beers that we've tried so far are like traditional beers. You know, the 4 ingredient kind of beers.
A 4 ingredient type of beer.
So that's water, yeast, hops, and your grains. Right. Cool. So you're not throwing in like chocolate. You're not throwing in some additive.
I like
you're
the
not.
chocolate.
I know you love like lactose.
Dude,
you like
I
the
love
milkshake IPAs.
No, I do not.
I
do not like
sours or saisons or you're kettle souring the beer.
Okay, look here. I feel like you just kind of attacked my beer profile that I like.
Or chocolate porters or vanilla porters or
can we go into
coffee
this
porters
or all this debauchery right now?
Pumpkin beers or Christmas ales. These are all your favorite beers, are the non-traditional beers.
I feel like you just shot hot fire at me.
You shot at me yesterday. I'm shooting at you today.
Hot,
it's fine. So America's Gold is a Kölsch style ale, 4.6% ABV. If you notice, Jacob and Mai's drink look different. His was, I don't know if it was towards the end of the keg or towards the front of the keg. He's got a little more sediment. It's going to taste the same. He's not even going to notice a difference. Obviously, because he's not tasting my beer. I'm not letting him do that. Kölsches are bright, refreshing, simple, easy to drink, low percentage. This is I'm going to go to the bar and sit there from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m.
He has a lot of beers like this. Like, just so clean, refreshing.
And that's the thing is every single one of these beers has not had off taste, off flavors. They are delicious.
You can tell that like he does the quality over the quantity.
Every so often we try beers that are like,
you can tell that they overdid
immediately it. Like you're getting that mouthfeel like this doesn't taste right. I can tell that he's not using tap water, and if he is using tap water, he is making the adjustments so that the water profile fits the style of beer that he's trying to make.
Right. Oh,
so you're not noticing that off flavors of water. You ever like drink, like, no offense to Lorraine, but you ever drink Lorraine water and you're like, this don't taste right. I mean, Jacob's not tasting Lorraine water because he lives in Elyria.
Oh my goodness, can I live?
I'm tasting Lorraine water. Asha's tasting Lorraine water. John's tasting Lorraine water.
Can I?
Jacob's tasting Elyria water. I think it's even worse. So there's a clear difference.
Shots were just fired just directly in my way over a joke
I haven't thrown it in like 2 or 3 episodes, so I figured I'd throw it in there. Man,
I would say my feelings are hurt, but that means I would care. So
no,
whatever.
So I think that he's making the adjustments to the water profiles to make them clean and crisp beers. I like Kölsch style beers.
Sure.
Emily, and this is actually Emily's favorite, so she'll go for the Kölsch right away if she sees it. If she sees a Hefeweizen, she'll go right for that too.
All right. I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
Yeah, no, I really like it. America's Gold is reference to Ben Franklin, kind of starting.
Ben Franklin being the triple OG entrepreneur he is.
They asked him to make a currency for the United States. He told us this story,
dude, yesterday. He told us like the quick rundown of Benjamin
but
Franklin.
you didn't do any. Clearly, Jacob didn't do research, or just didn't pay attention to history. Who are history teachers?
Oh, Mr. Knowles.
Yeah. Did you pay attention to his British ass?
Yes or no?
He was my soccer coach. He called people bitches all the time. It's funny. You big old fucking bitch.
That's funny.
You fucking cunt.
So, oh, damn.
Things
aggressive.
like that. Yeah, well, we're on YouTube. Who cares?
So, what you rating this daddy?
Oh, dude, I love Kölsch's. 4.25.
You said a 4.25. Okay.
Good beers.
I'm solid 4. I'm digging it. I'm digging
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
I like it. So far, all drinkable beers, all enjoyable beers. So now we have number 5.
I think this is the first, like, I wouldn't say like new age beer, but clearly you can tell 20 years ago, as far as craft breweries go, they were making these browns, the English ales, the Kölsches, the traditional beers. Nobody wanted to drink that at the time, but that was where the craft beer industry was headed. Early 2000s, IPAs became the craze. Like even
I remember. Yeah.
2010s IPAs were crazy. Everybody wanted to try an IPA. They all wanted to have the hype because they associated IPA with high percentage, which still isn't a thing.
Yeah,
right?
I was gonna say every time I associate high percentage of beer, it's.
So you think porters and stouts because that was an early 2000s thing. Like let's get high percentage porters and stouts out there.
Really?
And so that's what you're associating with. I think of like a 5% porter. Like I think that is like a good clean porter.
Okay.
But like West Coast IPAs, that makes me think of like, I don't know, 8%, 9% beers that have this like haziness to them, have this like the danky flavor.
Danky.
Everybody talks about the danky flavor, the Citra hops. I love it.
All right, let's go.
We'll talk West Coast IPAs. This is Academy IPA. We'll talk about the name of that beer in a second, if Jacob remembers.
He calls it Academy. Okay, that's an IPA.
Mm-hmm.
That's an IPA.
Right, so you get that bitterness right off the rip.
But
just give it a minute.
That's
give it a minute.
tolerable.
Let
like
it sit
that's
there. Right.
nice.
Right. It's not overly bitter, right? Like when some breweries make IPAs, they go overboard on the hops, right? Those hops are like in your face, on your palate, like crazy. I think like this is the bitter beer. If you want the bitter beer, right? Like if you want that IPA, this is the one. He's got that beer to please those people.
Yes, I do remember why it's called Academy.
Okay. Let's hear it, Jacob. Jacob's gonna give you the history of the Academy IPA.
Because Mr. Benjamin Franklin was the founder of Pennsylvania University.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 2 points for you guys. You're welcome. You're welcome.
So Jacob, remember the name
2
of one
points.
beer. I've been describing the history of 4.
God, I don't gotta stand for this. I'm sitting there right now, but I don't gotta stand for this either.
This is one of the 6.2% ABVs, so it is a little higher in their percentages. I think on tap this is the highest percentage they have. I'm okay with that. I don't. What is it? 6.2. I don't think every brewery needs to have the 9% beers on tap, right? Like those have their place, sure. Like let's throw out a 10% fucking porter. Who cares? But like,
yeah, let's do that.
you're gonna for a smaller brewery, you're gonna be paying a lot more because the cost to get those grains and those fermentable sugars goes up. So like you're gonna be paying $8 or $9, and maybe for a smaller brewery that's just starting out doesn't want to charge, $8 or $9 for a beer because maybe it won't sell. Who knows? Right. That's not me. I'm not the businessman. But that being said, this is their strongest percentage beer. I think that they want people to sit here and enjoy the ambiance and play games, and there's chess over there. So I know I've played at least 3 people in this room, and I've beat them all in chess. So I think these beers are meant for you to sit and enjoy the bar, right? Like I think that is a beer for it.
So I got a hot take rating for you for this.
Okay, so if the viewers that haven't paid attention, Jacob hates IPAs for some fucking reason.
Nope, not my
He doesn't
thing.
like bitter beers.
Nope.
I don't get why. He drinks porters. Porters are bitter anyway, but it's fine. He doesn't like bitter IPAs.
Nope.
So let's hear the hot take rating.
So, I don't like IPAs.
Yeah.
This is solid.
Just
solid 4.7 for me. This is a 4.7 for me.
4.75?
We rate 1 through 5. This is a 4.7.
5. You got to do in quarters, man.
Yes, 4.75.
4.75.
4.75. This is the highest IPA I've ever rated. Breaking news on location. Bomb. Dropping them.
I'm surprised.
Me too.
Honestly, because I don't know if my rating isn't that high, but 4.75. That's crazy for Jacob to even rate a beer. How many ratings have you had that have been 5?
How many 5s have I had? I've had a solid
1 or 2.
Yeah.
How many have been 4.75? One, not even. Yeah, 1 or 2.
Yeah.
This is a good beer. As far in Jacob's eye, this is a good beer. I like the Academic IPA. I don't think I'm going to give it that high. I think it's going to be a 4.25.
Okay.
It's a good beer. I like West Coast IPAs. I don't know if this is obviously it's not a hazy, right? It's a clean, crisp beer. But that's not really my take on IPAs.
Yes, it's delicious.
It is good. It is good. I enjoy it. Last beer
Last beer on the 6
beer on tap
journey.
This is Ben's Brown.
I don't remember the story about Ben's Brown.
So I think the story was that Aaron did not remember the original name of the Ben's Brown Ale.
Oh, that's right.
And he didn't remember. He just called it Ben's Brown.
That is
so
right. Okay.
I don't think this story has a backstory or a history.
He just forgot the name.
But
and
it is a
called
brown
Ben's
ale.
Brown.
As far as like breweries go in the area, if you're going to like, I don't want to name drop breweries, but if you're going to anybody in Lorraine County, you're not going to get exclusively so many of these like traditional beers, right? So this guy, out of 6 beers he has on tap, one of them is an IPA. You're not going to get that anywhere else. You're not going to get the Kölsch, the Belgian, the brown, the red, or the English IPA. You're not going to get that anywhere else. So if you want that traditionalist beer and you want to see where beer kind of started, like craft brewing, these beers have been around for years. These styles have been old, right? The dank, hazy IPA, the kettle sours, the seltzers, they've only been around for the last 10, 15 years. Shit, even the milkshake IPAs have been 5-10 years old.
I don't mess with milkshakes.
Which is, I mean, they have a place. Like, they're good. Even the fucking dessert beers have only been around for 10, 15 years. But, like, these beers, like, styles have been around for hundreds of years.
You know what I like a lot? Like, each beer has a story. Like, it just fits.
Yes.
Like,
and
from Benjamin Franklin on the wall to...
Aaron talked about it.
The rustic feel to that stuff over there to that wall, him signing the declaration. You just, you got that cohesiveness. And the names of the beers, like, just based off the history, like, that's the cherry on top.
The head brewer talked about it yesterday, Aaron. He's a history buff. He loves making the connection from beers to brewery. He likes having that story being told. He also mentioned that either him or the other co-owner is here at all times. So if somebody asks a question about these beers, they're there to answer them. And he stuck with his word. And we look around, and Aaron is here. He's behind the bar. He's serving the beers. So if you have a question about what went into this beer, what's the story behind this brewery, someone here can tell you that. Like, that is like crazy, because you go to other breweries and it's just some bartender, it's just some person that got hired 6 months ago because they quit, or whatever. Like, you're not going to get that story. You're going to get the love and care and attention to detail that you are going to get from here at Franklin. I'm ready to try the Ben's Brown.
So I've had this before.
It. You have. I have not. This is all of these are fresh tastings for me.
Delicious. Simple etiquette. Delicious. That's all I gotta say about it.
So with brown ales, you get like the nutty flavor. We're like 40 minutes in the recording, man. It's been there the whole time.
Sorry
At this
for
point,
that hand.
it's more of a distraction that you removed it from the video.
Yeah. Talk to me about camera etiquette.
We've got fans that are watching.
We got groupies. We're famous. No, cut it out. Okay, I'm sorry. Too far.
We don't have groupies. Brown ale, you're getting that nuttiness. I always like to think of like Honey Brown. Have you ever had a Honey Brown?
Yes.
Honey Brown is like this cheap beer for the viewers.
No, I know what you're talking about. No, I've never had that shit.
It's this cheap beer in this brown can that you can buy at like Fligner's. You can buy at the corner store. It was like the original Tall Boy. You get a Honey Brown for like $1.50 or $2 or whatever. And it wasn't even that bad of a beer. Like we tried it. I've cooked with it. Like I kind of like Honey Brown. This is a tier. Obviously, Aaron, I'm not insulting your beer. This is like 3 tiers above Honey Brown.
This is the evolutionary form of the Honey Brown.
I like Ben's Brown. 5.4% ABV. Again,
you start off with the 5. I thought, damn, 5?
No.
Shit.
5.4% ABV. Another beer that you can just like solidly sit here and drink. All of these beers are sippers. I think they're great. They're afternoon beers, evening beers. I'm gonna end the night with these beers, like all of them. He talked about an up and coming beer. What did he call it? The Palate Destroyer.
Oh yeah, that sounds.
So he's
crazy.
talking about an IPA that he's throwing in danky, hazy aroma, citra bullshit that he wants you to like. This is the only beer that you can drink the rest of the night. After you drink that, you're done. Your palate is gone. You can't drink anything else because it will taste like that IPA.
Yes.
The Ben's Brown. Obviously, it's not that beer. Not that I was looking for it to be that beer.
What's the rating?
The glasses are sweating, so I got to get to the rating quick.
Yeah.
I got to get another sip.
Oh, I got to get another sip. My name's Mark.
I think it's a 4.5. I like Browns a lot.
Well, slap me on the ass and call me Mark.
This is my second 4.5 out of the.
This is a.
I think the Anthony's Witbier is another 4.5. I think it was my first 4.5.
I'm which way 4.5.
These are solid beers.
These are all very solid beers, drinkable, clean.
Obviously so. If you want to get these beers to go, they have 4-packs. They sell cans and bottles. They have been around since 2013, brewing out of a backyard. Obviously, up there you can see it, created in 2013. They just got this tap room here in 2022. We are located on
515. I want to say Main Street.
I think it's Main Street in Grafton, so it's downtown. This was an old drive-through. So if you're non-Ohio and you're watching, drive-throughs don't exist in your state, but this was a drive-through. So like the cars would come in back here and they would go out through this side here.
That's so crazy.
So the stage that we're sitting on was like built up from a concrete driveway that when you
started
through
from
the
bottom.
drive-through.
Now he's here.
So you're always going to see. I think it's my favorite part of breweries is you're always going to see glass, and you're going to be able to see the fermenters and the tanks and the all of that shit. I think that is key in any brewery. That makes you feel like you're connected to the beers. Yeah,
that's it.
I think that's it.
All right. Well, that's been another episode of Beer Talks. I'm Jake.
I'm Mark.
He's Mark.
He's Jake.
you messed it up. I looped it, dropped it. Otherwise,
we just it was today. It was a today thing.
But until next time, please drink responsibly. We out.
See you.